Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Navneet from the Wandering Star. Today I'm going to do the hashtag deck crush. We are by Lisa Papez, Don Michelle from Bohotaro, Marilyn Theresa, and Danny Mistake. So they have choose the prompt, and I was really excited because it's a love month, February. So we are going to enjoy this, isn't it? So let's have the prompt, the first prompt. And before starting, I would love to tell you guys my all prompt is perfectly matched with my all in my deck collection. Most of the decks you know which I love if you watch my channel, so I'm not going to add those deck this time. For this prompt I am wanting the deck recently I'm working with, because even I thought why not, because all decks is my all prompt. A lot of videos you have seen those decks, I think many times. So I thought in this prompt I'll use my currently I'm working with these decks, so I'm going to show those and they perfectly match fit in this prompt. So my first one is the Fling, and the Fling, a deck with which you had a short period of wild times, and this is my new deck, and it is the William Blake Tarot of the Creative Imagination. This is the deck I got recently, I think last year, few months back. This is the back and it's gold edges. And let me zoom in. Yeah. This is the deck. I think it's art, and I know it's not for everyone, but I have a really fling with this deck. This is the deck I worked for a short period, very strong wild times, period of wild times. This deck is really very beautiful. I love working with this deck, and maybe I'm still working with this deck. I'm still working with this deck, but this deck is very imaginative, kind of very visionary, very extraordinary artist and poetic visionary thinker kind of deck. So I love this artwork. I don't know, but it is the Fling. I don't even talk much about it because I'm still working on it. It's my new deck, but this is perfect fit for a Fling. Very positive, and the artwork is this. If you see, the name itself has changed in minor and major. This is not like RW base. It has its own but some cards do match with it. But I love this one no matter what. I'm still working with this deck, and this is one of my recent few months I just got this deck. Very powerful deck, I must say. I love this deck. I love the artwork. Very different from my RWS. You know, if you watch my channel, I'm so in love with RWS, and now I'm getting fascinated to work with different kind of decks like artwork. So this is the Fling for me. Next is the Puppy Love, a deck with which you were infatuated but couldn't make a long-term commitment to, and that would be my Tarot of Abyss by Anatorian. This also I got last year. So this is my Puppy Love deck, and I was really, when I saw the artwork, I was so fall in love with it, infatuated with it, but I didn't knew this will not be for me for the long term. I don't know why, but I'm not saying I'm not going to keep this deck. I'll still work with it, but somehow I don't know, it's just keeping in the shelf, and it's not giving me that long commitment. But I'm really a big fan of the art It's so beautiful and it's really well done. But somehow, but I'm not gonna rehome it. No. I'll try my best to use for long term, but now at present, this is not from giving me commitment for long term. But it's a beautiful deck and I'm really fan of this artwork. But I don't know what it's with. I really don't know what happening, why it's not giving me that long-term commitment. But this deck is really, isn't it a gorgeous deck? Yeah. And I think many people love this one. It's very positive, and this deck is definitely perfect dark chaos and kind of cosmos vibration to it. But this deck, if you see the code cards, they are really well done. I'm really infatuated with this deck. So I don't know. Even whenever I see this deck, I love, but somehow I think. So this is my puppy love. I love this deck. Next one is the, next prompt is the friend with benefits. A deck you care about, but sometimes get extremely passionate for. This is the Simplicity Tarot for me. This deck is really friends with benefit, and this is the deck I really care about, and I feel passionate because the quality is so good. You look at the edges, it definitely matches with, I never knew that mass market deck can come like indie feel to it, indie version. If you check, they are more similar. The quality is great, and this is also one of my favorite deck too, and I worked a lot, and this is RW system used. You can see the artwork, the name itself, it explains the simplicity, which is really beautiful. This is the watercolor palette used in this artwork, and day by day I love this one. This is really watercolor imagery is really fascinating. So this is definitely friends with benefit, and I always feel passion towards this deck. Yeah, and recently I'm working with this deck, so I'm liking it. It's very simple for beginners, for anyone. This is also one of my favorite deck too, and the quality is great. I love the quality and artwork. It's really beautiful. Works well, very simple. It has some 2 or 3 card is extra, which is spiritual guide. I like this one anyway. This deck is really friends with benefit for me. I love the watercolor. Love the quality of the deck. It's just brilliant. So next one is the Love at First Sight. A deck you loved from the start. So definitely that would be my Twilight Realm Atario Fairy. This is the deck when I saw, and it was from long time in my wish list. And then I was like, when I open it, I fall in love. This is Love at First Sight. It's a beautiful quality, and this is done by Schiffer. And look at the artwork. Why you will not fall in love with this deck? This is so beautiful, visionary, imaginary kind of fairy deck. I mean, it takes to other world, other realm. I feel very strongly with this deck. I just connected also. It's not really love at first sight, but I'm strongly connected also. And this is my recent deck also. I think last year I got. It's not too long with for me, but I mean, fall in love with this deck. It's so beautiful, stunning artwork. I haven't seen people much talk about this deck, but for me, oh, day by day I fall in love. This is love at first sight, definitely. It gives me those goosebumps also. I don't know, but I'm really, really mad about this deck. This is definitely my first sight. And I am now working with fairies also. I got a lot of fairy deck. And this one is one of my most favorite too. Within a few months, it's a love. And I know minors there is a border, but in majors, it's borderless. But I still love it. Isn't it beautiful? How can you not fall in love with this at first sight? Look at the artwork. Very beautiful. Love the strength card. I think many majors are beautiful here. This is the deck, I love all the majors. Look at the Emperor. One of my favorite card, Empress. So this is my love. So next prompt is the one night stand, a deck you tried out but moved on from almost immediately. Sometimes you still think about the deck. And definitely that deck would be the Good Karma Tarot. I know Lisa Papez loved this deck. But I tried my best, Lisa. I don't know why. This is definitely my one night stand deck. I got this deck because of her only. I watched her channel. So I saw when she did the review of this deck and she talked a lot about this deck, how much she loved. So I thought, let me buy it and try. Maybe I will love it. This is RWS system used and very in a modern take. But somehow I tried. It didn't work for me and I just kept in the shelf and it's there. But whenever I see there and I see Good Karma Tarot written in the box, and I always think about it. I don't know why. I tried my best. It's a beautiful deck. I'm not saying it's very simple, very easy to use for day to day. But somehow, for me, it's not worked. And I immediately kept aside. But whenever I think about this deck. It's fun deck. It's very simple. It is a beautiful deck, I'm not saying. But for me, this is one night stand deck. And I tried. I definitely tried. Because the artwork is also a bit cartoony images. And I have very less deck which have cartoony images on it. Maybe that's the reason it didn't take long for me. So this is my one night stand deck. I hope, Lisa, you don't feel bad. I tried it. Okay. So, deck you separated from for any reason is the Orion's Animal Tarot. I got this deck. I worked, and I got this deck last year. I love the back. This is also a indie which come in mass market. Good quality. Everything is. I love the back. This deck is really beautiful animals and such a radiant color. But I don't know why this deck I'm not feeling to work with it. It's in the self just standing out. So I just took a break for it. And I thought this deck will be very much going to connect with me, but somehow it's not giving me a call to use more lot. I have so many decks, but somehow it's just standing on the shelf. So it's definitely a break. I'm not working with this deck from few months. And now next year is came here, new year, and still I'm not working with it. So this is the deck I just not using now. But definitely I'll try this year maybe. But it's a kind of pip also, and I'm not into pip deck, but still it's in the shelf standing next to it. So definitely this is a break. This deck definitely a break for me. I'll try maybe this year, but I'm not sure also. I don't know why I'm not feeling to take it out and work. It's a beautiful deck. I don't know why. Sometimes maybe it works like that. So next prompt is the marriage material. A deck that has proven its value to you. And I got last year this deck. And this is my Tarot of Mystical Moment by Catherine Wilstein. Oh my god, I never knew that I'll be so fall in love with this deck. It's so beautiful. And if you know me, I'm RWS deck system I use. I'm not into pip, no marche, but I have few decks of thought based. But this is the deck. It's very different take, especially the artwork. This is really a beautiful collage style and very intuitive and imaginative and unique deck. And it has lots of extra cards. Oh my god. This is a marriage material for me. Because I have a lot of marriage material. You know me. My Barbara Walker Gill Tarot, RWS, my Druidcraft, but my Light Seers, they are all my marriage material. But I'm adding the deck which I never showed and I love. Even they fit in this prompt. So this is the one. Is my marriage material. I love the artwork. I'm so connected with it. And I never knew that I will read with this kind of artwork. I have collage deck which I love, like Art of Life and Golden Tarot. They all are my favorite. But this is the one from my recent perfect. It's just only one word, perfect. I know people have issue because it's a bit glossy, but for me it's okay. I don't mind. But look at the artwork. It's so beautiful. And I love. And this is also in modern style. It's take different way to read. Especially the artwork is very different. So for me, the mystical moment will be the deck. It's so beautiful. It's nice, isn't it? I'm happy that it comes under the category of marriage material. I never knew when I ordered this deck. I was not so easy getting. I took late to get this deck because I was not sure will I be able to read with this deck. But now it's my favorite. And I love working with this deck. It's my everyday deck also. I work every day, most of the time, most used deck even. So this is my marriage material. Last, you know me, if you watch my channel, my true love prompt is the true love, happily ever after, true love deck. This deck, if you know me, this is my true love. But I'm going to add in the decks which are my current I'm working. This is the deck I got few months back, and this was my most favorite RW, I think. Yes, definitely. I love this pebble back. This is pocket addition, And this is the deck. I can fit other deck too, but this is new for me now because I got just few months back. But I love this one. I mean, why not? The color, I love the color in here. The blues. This is really beautiful. So this is my true love. So I added this true love now because this is my recent deck purchase also. And this is my true love, no matter what, happily ever after. If I would not keep this one, then definitely Guild Tarot and Light Years, Rootcraft, they are there. But yeah, this one. So guys, I hope you like my deck crush decks. So I would like to thank Lisa, Papez, Dawn, Michelle, Marlene and Danny. Thank you guys for such a wonderful hashtag deck crush. Thank you. Bye bye. Namaste.